Fuck yeah. You know, somebody suggested that I do a show sober, you know, with no weed and stuff. I'm considering it. I am considering it. But like, I don't know if I can be funny. I don't know. You know how certain substances help artists come up with things, you know? Like freaking Beatles will trip on acid and write good music and everything. Well, I had like kind of recently tripped on acid, and I like me my weed, and it's kind of a part of the show at this point. Ooh, I lost a light. I'm gonna fix this fucking light. That darn light always turns off. And I need it to illuminate over on this side. Freaking light. You know I'm talking about the Washington Redskins and or the Washington football team and whatever they're going to become, and we're going to speculate on that in a second. I'm thinking let's jump to stand-up comedian Doug to get a little bit more thoughts on this shit. See what this fella has to say.
I want to talk about something. Last year, the Washington Redskins changed the name of their team under tremendous pressure from, you guessed it, white liberals on Twitter. It's like first we take away their land and now we take away their football team? What the fuck, man? That's not woke. There's nothing woke about that. The Native Americans are actually proud of their representation as the Washington Redskins, man. A lot of them are bummed out. Like, but you don't piss off white girls. Right?
You know, so they obviously put no thought into giving the team a proper name.
So, like, how did that meeting go? You know, he calls the meeting at the old Redskins headquarters, you know? It's like, guys, we cannot be the Redskins anymore. Announcing it today, we're changing our name. Now, does anybody have any ideas for a new name? Anybody at all? The Washington Foreskins? Hey, Bill, man, this isn't funny, man. Shut the fuck up. We got to think of a new team name, guys. Now focus. We got to come up with a new name. We're not the Redskins anymore. And then some smart ass says, how about the Washington football team? It's like, damn it, Jim. Hey, it's actually not that bad. I mean, we are from Washington. We do play football. The white girls can't get mad at us for it. And it is very retarded. Let's go with it. We're the Washington football team now.
That would be making them the only freaking team with no name, just because they're so scared of those white girls, those white liberal girls. And then I pulled up the news because I was doing some research on the real news, because I'm a serious journalist, and I saw that they were giving the team an official name on February 2nd, and I'm so glad they didn't like announce it right away. I'm so glad that it has like a set release date. It's like looking forward to WrestleMania or something for me. February 2nd is going to be an awesome day, man. New team for the old Redskins. Now, let's speculate on what these new names could be. They did specify that it wouldn't be the Red Wolves, which would be an awesome freaking name. But apparently that's offensive too. Red Wolves. What, did a bunch of freaking woke wolves protest that shit? What the fuck? Now, obviously these names can't be offensive. But let's speculate on what they should probably stay away from. Now, I was discussing this with a friend of mine, a friend of color, and he said this, and not me, but I told him that I was going to say it on the show. Washington NEGROSKINS. That wouldn't be smart at all, man. That's going from bad to worse in my book, man. Very, very offensive. But that was kind of funny, Evan. Yeah, I had more name. Let's see. The Washington Midgets. Nah, you can't call yourselves the Midgets. How about the Washington Palefaces? Since they were just the Redskins, you know, they could be the Palefaces. Nah, that'd probably be offensive too. Well, just lean into it. The Washington racists. I don't know, the Washington crackheads. The Washington retards. I really need to set myself a limit on saying that word. All respect. My comic hero said it, and he just died, so I'm keeping the R word alive a little bit. And I don't think you could argue at all that I'm a little bit on some kind of spectrum. I don't know what spectrum, but, you know, there's something wrong with me. Well, guys, this is what happens when you decide to not do a show without smoking weed. You forgot where you put shit. Now I'm pretty sure I wrote it in my little book here, which I write things in when they come to mind. Well, after all that, guys, I found the other possible names for the rest, Washington Redskins. And, you know, I like to get the public's opinion on this kind of thing. So, like, some of these are ideas that that people had who I was talking about the matter with. Like one fellow said, maybe the Washington Zionists. I'll have to YouTube that a little bit more to understand about Zionists, but that sounds fun. The Washington Baby Eaters. I don't know. I've heard that all those politicians, some of those politicians eat babies, you know, and maybe they want to lean into it. Washington crackheads, I think I already mentioned that. Shout out former Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry. You were my favorite mayor ever with a crack problem. The Washington Democrats. No. I got the perfect name. Here we go. And Washington football team, you can take this as a gift. The Washington Insurrectionists. Dude, and on the mask, instead of the old Indian chief, they can have that freaking QAnon fella. What do they call him? The QAnon Moose Man? No, that can't be it. The QAnon Shaman. That's what they call him, the QAnon Shaman. And they could have him on their helmets. I think I like that. I like the Washington Insurrectionists. But stay tuned. I'm sure it'll come up on the real news when they finally do decide on a team. You know, not all heroes wear capes. But it does help. I mean, all the best heroes wear capes, like Superman, Batman. I think they should give firemen capes. That'd be interesting. Giving firemen capes. They are heroes. And I think it's about time they deserve a cape. I mean, honestly, there wasn't a huge push from the Native Americans, from what I gather. I mean, you know, I get all my news from Tucker Carlson, but I heard that the majority of the natives were proud to have a football team in D.C. I think it was important to a lot of them. You know, and of course it may have offended some of them, and that's not good. But in the end, you got to hand it to white girls for getting rid of all the hate in the world. God bless you, white girls. You're all heroes. You should all wear capes. I kind of like me a Cuban girl. She knows who she is. So you know what? Let's all wait with bated breath. I can't wait. Let's see what this new Washington football team name is going to be. And I'm sure we'll be talking about it. And I think I'm done talking about the Washington football team. Obama out. And then back in, because I'm going to talk about some other things, man.